I hesitate because your truth feels too raw for my fragile peace. Your fierce light blinds me, yet I crave its warmth desperately. Loving you is terrifying because your soul is untamed and infinite. I'm scared to approach because your personality demands more than I'm sure I have. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. Your silence speaks volumes louder than words I'm afraid to hear. You scare me because you feel everything I've buried deep inside. Loving you means standing in stone that shake my very core. I hesitate because your fire might consume the fragile parts of me. Your unpredictable heart is a beautiful risk I'm terrified to take. I want you, but your intensity frightens the peace I crave. Your soul's depth is a wild ocean I'm scared to drown in. Loving you is walking a razor's edge, terrifying yet irresistible. I fear your honesty because it cuts deeper than any lie. Your wild spirit unsettles my calm, but I ache for your chaos. I hesitate, afraid your fierce heart might shatter mine irreparably. You burn too brightly for me to hold without getting scorched. Loving you is a beautiful danger I can't resist, even scared. Your unpredictability is a storm I fear but long to stand in. I'm nervous because your soul's intensity threatens to overwhelm me. Your fierce personality shakes my core, yet I ache to be near. I hesitate because loving you means risking everything I thought I knew. Your raw honesty terrifies me, but it's the only truth I want. Loving you is standing on the edge of chaos and calling it home. I'm scared to approach, but your wild soul is my deepest craving. Your silence feels like a scream I'm too afraid to answer. I tremble because your soul holds secrets darker than mine. Loving you means risking heartbreak I'm not sure I can bear. Your intensity is a wildfire that both destroys and renews me. I hesitate, fearing your wild heart will never truly be mine. Your eyes hold storms I'm scared to sail but cannot resist. You scare me with how deeply you see through my armor. Loving you is a beautiful risk I'm terrified yet drawn to. Your unpredictable spirit is a dance I'm afraid to join. I fear falling into your chaos, losing myself forever in you. Your fierce light threatens to burn me, yet I crave its warmth. I hesitate because your passion feels too overwhelming to hold. Your soul's depth pulls me into shadows I'm scared to face. Loving you means embracing the unknown with a trembling heart. Your wildness unsettles my calm, but I ache to belong there. I'm scared to meet your gaze. It reveals truths I hide from myself. Your honesty cuts sharper than any blade I've ever known. Loving you is walking through fire, barefoot, aching but alive. Your personality is a tempest I fear to weather but long for. I hesitate, afraid your love will shatter my fragile peace. Your fierce spirit shakes my foundations, yet I want to stay. Loving you means standing on the edge of vulnerability's abyss. Your intensity scares me, but it's the only home I want. I'm nervous because your soul's wildness is a vast unknown. Your unpredictable heart is a mystery I'm terrified to unravel. Loving you is risking everything for a love that feels infinite. Your silence hides storms I'm scared to brave alone. I hesitate, fearing your truth will dismantle my carefully built walls. Your fire burns too close, but I can't help being drawn. Loving you means dancing with shadows I don't fully understand. Your soul's darkness is a place I want to explore, scared but willing. I fear losing myself in the intensity that is you. Your fierce love is a wild tide that pulls me under. Loving you means facing my own fears reflected in your eyes. I hesitate, scared your passion will overwhelm my fragile heart. Your personality is a storm that makes me tremble with longing. I'm nervous because your honesty reveals parts of me I hide. Loving you means stepping into a fire that might consume me. Your unpredictability is a siren song I'm scared to follow. I fear your soul's depth. It's both terrifying and beautiful. Your fierce spirit challenges every quiet corner of my being. Loving you feels like standing at the edge of a beautiful abyss. I hesitate, fearing the weight of your love might break me. Your wild heart beats with a rhythm I'm scared to keep. I'm nervous because your intensity threatens the calm I crave. Loving you means risking the pain of losing everything familiar. Your silence echoes louder than the words I'm afraid to say. I hesitate, scared your fierce love will shatter my delicate peace. Your soul is a vast wilderness I want to explore, despite fear. Loving you means embracing chaos, wrapped in beautiful truth. Your honesty strips me bare, yet I crave the rawness. I fear your unpredictability. It pulls me into uncharted depths. Your fierce love is a flame I want, even if it burns. My dear, I am nervous to approach you. Your fierce soul scares the calm inside me. Your silence shouts louder than any words I fear to hear. I'm drawn to your darkness, even though it threatens my fragile light. Your eyes hold storms I'm terrified to weather, yet I want the rain. Loving you feels like stepping on glass, painful but oddly necessary. I hesitate because your fire burns too close to my tender skin. You are a riddle wrapped in shadows, and I am too scared to solve you. Your unpredictability unsettles my heart, yet it beats faster near you. You scare me because you feel too much, too deeply, too wildly. I'm afraid your truth will break me, but I'm still here, listening. Your personality is a tempest I'm terrified to enter, but I want the storm. The way you carry pain makes me afraid to carry my own near you. You walk on edges, and I'm scared I'll fall if I follow. Your intensity unsettles my peace, but I crave the chaos you bring. I fear the weight of your soul, heavy, complex, and unbearably real. Your unpredictability keeps me awake, both terrified and mesmerized. I want to approach, but fear getting lost in your intricate maze. You burn too brightly, and I'm scared I'll be consumed by your flame. Loving you is terrifying because you're a storm I can't predict. I'm scared to meet your eyes, where vulnerability and strength collide violently. Your wildness scares me, yet I long to tame it with my heart. I hesitate, afraid that loving you means losing myself entirely. You frighten me because your soul dances on the edge of chaos. I fear your honesty. It cuts sharper than any lie I've known. Your spirit feels like a wilderness I'm afraid to explore alone. The depth of your pain scares me, but I want to dive anyway. I fear being swallowed whole by the intensity that is you. Your complexity terrifies me, but it's the only beauty I want. I want you, but your fierce nature makes me hesitate, shiver. Your unpredictability is a siren song I'm afraid to answer. I'm nervous because your soul is a wild river I can't dam. You scare me with how deeply you feel everything I hide. Your personality is an ocean where I fear drowning, yet I swim. I hesitate to get close. Your wild heart might break mine. The fire in you threatens to scorch the parts of me I cherish. Your intensity is a beautiful danger I'm afraid to embrace. I fear your gaze. It sees the parts of me I hide from myself. You hold storms in your soul, and I'm afraid to be the lightning. Loving you feels like standing on a cliff's edge, heart racing. Your personality is a hurricane, and I'm both terrified and pulled in. I'm scared because you see through every mask I wear. Your emotional wildness scares me, but it's the only real thing I crave. You're a fierce fire, and I'm afraid to get too close to burn. I hesitate because your raw honesty might tear down my walls. You scare me with your passion. It's overwhelming yet magnetic. Your soul's depth is a chasm I fear to fall into willingly. I want you, but your stormy heart makes me freeze in fear. Your unpredictability feels like walking on thin ice I'm afraid will crack. I hesitate because your spirit is a wild horse I cannot tame. Your intensity unsettles my calm. Still, I'm drawn like a moth to flame. You frighten me with how openly you wear your scars. Your fierce soul is a wild garden I hesitate to enter. I'm nervous because your truth might shatter the fragile peace I hold. Loving you is a risk I'm scared but desperate to take. Your personality is a tempest that makes my heart both ache and soar. I'm afraid of losing myself in the depth of your darkness. Your wild heart scares me, yet I want to be its keeper. I hesitate because your passion ignites flames I might not survive. You are an untamed storm, and I'm trembling to stand in your reign. Loving you feels like dancing on a razor's edge, beautiful, dangerous. I fear your soul's complexity. It's a puzzle I'm afraid I can't solve. Your intensity pulls me into chaos where I fear I'll drown. You scare me with the honesty that strips me bare. I hesitate, terrified your fire might burn the parts of me I love. Your soul's wildness frightens me, yet it's the only home I want. Loving you feels like stepping into the unknown, trembling but hopeful. You are a beautiful danger I'm afraid to fall for completely. I'm scared to approach you because your spirit feels too vast to hold. Your fierce personality unsettles my calm. Still, I ache to be near. I hesitate, fearing your intensity will shatter my fragile heart. Your unpredictability terrifies me, but I'm addicted to your chaos. Loving you feels like balancing on the edge of a knife, thrilling and painful. Your soul burns with a fire that both scares and captivates me. I'm afraid to love you fully because you might break me beyond repair. Your wild heart pulls me into storms I'm scared to brave alone.